Back in a second, y'all. Okay, so let me try to get some light in here. That's some natural light here. Yeah, I don't want a whole bunch because it hurts my eyes. Okay, be back in 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Okay, y'all. So I'm back. Hi, everybody. So I decided to live obsolete, y'all. I decided to live obsolete and very humble, and now don't nobody care about me. I'm just keeping it real. Don't nobody care about me now, y'all. Not really. Okay. Um, it's kind of like the people offline are just kind of like associated with me and talking to me out of obligation now. But they ain't really dealing with me. And I'm just be real unguarded. I decided to live more um obsolete, very obsolete, y'all. And they don't want that. A lot of people are so dependent on the modern system. You know, like the Matrix, they're dependent on the system that they'll fight for it. A lot of people are. So to them, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just an outsider. I'm no different than a homeless man on the street to them. To them, I'm like I'm a sore in society. Um, I need to just go away because I'm just too obsolete and something's wrong with me. In their eyes and everybody's eyes offline that know me, they think something's wrong with me. And I'm not changing, y'all. Everybody around me, all they care about is chasing money all day, every day, chasing attention, um, trying to fake it better than everybody else, want everybody to think they got it together, a lot of fakery. And I don't want to be in that energy. I'm just keeping it real. It's like I'm not competing. I'm not none of that, and so I'm not in. I'm not walking around with expensive name brand clothes on, so I don't belong at their parties. I don't belong outside with them because I decided to have such a humble life where I only wear my hair the same style or one other style. That's it. Because I want to walk around a plain Jane. I don't belong at parties anymore. I don't belong out with nobody no more. Like literally, people that was talking to me, they ain't talking to me now. Neighbors ain't talking to me now. Gas stations that I would normally go to, they ain't talking to me. I'm too plain. I'm too cabin life for them. I'm a cabin girl, like straight up. I'm a wilderness girl, and I'm a little bit too wilderness for society. For the North, in the North, it's like you better not be a wilderness chick, or you gonna be by yourself. And I guess I thought it wasn't true, but I guess it is true. I guess it is true. How good can you fake it in the North? If you can't fake it real good, you might as well get used to being alone. You might as well get used to going months and months with no dates. Even I'm telling you, you'll even lose your boyfriend, your man, all because you're a wilderness girl. The days of back in the days of the South where we could run around with sneakers and shorts on and just be free, free by the bayou and free by the porch side and running through the wildflowers. Can't do that no more. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We wasn't supposed to stop living cabin like. The creator wanted us to stay in that wilderness energy. I know some of y'all don't believe it, but I know for a fact, y'all, we supposed to be carving wood. We're supposed to be playing with paints. We're supposed to be out in the woods. We're supposed to be where the trees are. We're supposed to be telling stories, sharing stories, not for trauma dumping, but for entertainment and enlightenment. We're supposed to be sitting around sometime with uncomfortable silences between us. We're supposed to be talking about poetry. Do y'all realize the very thing that we're going through right now is exactly what they went through in Egypt? I don't think nobody realized that. I watched a whole documentary on Egypt. It's the exact situation that happened in Egypt, where Egypt started to say what they were doing was obsolete. That it got so believable. They were so deceived by the pharaohs, toxic pharaohs, that they actually started to believe it. So they actually started to believe that they had to be buried with their things, with fine things, just to get into heaven. Because the Pharaoh told them that. The Pharaoh told them that art and poetry wasn't necessary unless they were giving it to him. So, and the Pharaoh told them they should just work and slave and do backbreaking work all day. So the Egyptians started throwing away their poetry. Y'all, they were literally taking their letters and poetry, and the guards, the slave master guards of Egypt, was taking and throwing all their art over some hillside. They didn't found a sand area in Egypt full of artwork made by slaves, and it was dumped there. And they started doing that because they saw no value in it no more, because the slave master said just grind for money instead of like growing your own food. Just wait for the system tell you when to eat. That's what the pharaohs told the slaves. We tell you when you gonna get food, when you ain't gonna get food. And it's like, instead of speaking up and saying I shouldn't have to break my back to get essential needs. This is ridiculous. I refuse to break my back for essential needs. I will let this government provide it. I will go to whatever free resource to get it, because I shouldn't have to break my back just to keep myself alive. Like, that is literally insane. And I refuse to join that gang. So I'm obsolete. I'm obsolete. I refuse to live way above my means, or fake like I can, or fake like I am, like I'm almost rich. That's the new fakery. Fake like you're almost rich. I refuse to do that just for people to like me. And when I bring up things that are obsolete, that determines my value, don't nobody want to hear it. Like, don't nobody want to hear it now. I was trying to talk to some Jehovah Witnesses, and I literally mentioned literary art, and that I can teach poetry in their workshops, because they were black, and I was like, minority community that they're in. I said, well, I can bring poetry to your community. They didn't care about that. They said, well, God has poetry in the book. See, in the world right now, people are just concerned with group image. Like, I just want to be in a gang or a posse, rather than what people can contribute to the community. I am obsolete. I want to contribute to the community. I don't want to hear I gotta prove that I need to be in the gang in the community. I don't want to do that. Why can't I just be a contributor? Why do I have to submit to this gang and accept all your beliefs? Why do I have to have the same beliefs to contribute? I should be able to contribute to the community, regardless of my religion, my race, my gender, and my sexuality. Why is that even mattering? Like, why is people so focused on that stuff, determining when somebody can contribute? That's like crazy. Believe it or not, there was a time where nobody was really worried about whether you were in the black community, if you were brown or dark skinned. Long as you was contributing, long as you can get somebody some milk and sugar, long as you could babysit somebody's kids for them, long as you cut somebody's grass for them, long as you can pick up somebody's mail while they're in the hospital. Those things used to matter. Now they don't. It just matters like if you can look like you got a lot. And I don't want to be a part of that. And because I don't, now don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Like literally, it's just wow. You can't talk to nobody about stories, about art. They want to turn on the TV. Or they want to complain about their life. Like it's like wow. I want to go back to obsolete times of letting someone else wash my hair for me and shampoo my hair and stuff. I know y'all say, well, that's modern. No, that's actually not modern. Our ancestors were doing each other's hair. Our ancestors were shampooing and conditioning each other's hair. They was not bending like this, hurting their back and neck just to shampoo and condition their own hair. I want to go back to the times where we could sit on the porch and drink juice and listen to our favorite songs, or somebody play their guitar, or somebody sing. One of our friends starts singing who can sing, and we do each other's hair. Or we shave each other's mustache or groom each other's beard up, whatever. I want to go back to that time. And it's like, I'm willing to risk being alone to stay obsolete. I want my siblings and my nephews to come over here, and if their hair's not done, let me do their hair. Let me wash and condition their hair. But no. Nobody wants to deal with that. People got to go to strangers for approval now. People need more validation from complete strangers than the people who care for them. It's obsolete to care about people who care about you. Like, that is literally wow. It's literally wow. It's like if you be like, yeah, I'm team family, I'm team tribe. If you be like, I'm all about looking out for my family, and look, people will look at you like, why do you care about family? If you be like, I want to really do things for the community, I want to try to save this community, I want to go around and maybe like start a little workshop in the community for art or whatever, people will look at you like, But as soon as you say, well, I'm going to go ahead and start a workshop on being woke and making money, they'll go, oh, I'm coming. The way people are self-absorbed and only caring about storing money, just to be able to say they was one of the people that got rich right after 2019, just to be able to say that, it's literally like disgusting. Even the kids is in this energy. They're not obsolete. There's a little boy around here who plays basketball by himself. You know why? Because the other kids, they don't care. They're chasing attention. They chasing money too. That's all they care about too. Popularity in high school. That's all they care about. They make a big deal out of prom king and queen now. They literally have a whole ceremony for prom king and queen at these schools now. It's like no one cares whether that person, contributed to the school. Just long as that they're beautiful and social popular for whatever, even if it's a toxic reason. It's like, wow, y'all. I don't even care no more. I don't really care no more about anybody that's not, if you're not obsolete, we might as well not even talk no more. That's how I feel about it. It's just crazy. It's crazy that, I have a couple of friends I was going to karaoke with. And when they saw that I wasn't attention seeking like them, I wasn't thirsty for pats on the back. I was just singing just to have fun. When they saw that I was, a very plain woman, clean but plain, mm-mm, mm-mm. But when I was wearing Calvin Klein and name brand stuff and all, I was getting calls all the time. All the time. When I was wearing $90 Nike sneakers, people were like, hey, you want to go out the drinks? When I was walking around in $200 Nike shoes and suits and Nike sneakers, it was, hey, won't you go out? Won't you hang out with me tonight? And it's just like, wow. You know? I have a couple of friends that won't even continue to see you. Well, they're not my friends anymore. If you show up and you don't look like you're rich. If you don't look like you're rich, that conversation ain't going any further. You're not going out for drinks. You're not going for a walk with them. If you look plain, you might as well forget about any activity with them. I got so tired of them flipping on me like that. I just blocked all their numbers and moved on. I know I can't. I can't even make any friends unless I got something to brag about. I have to brag about a new car that I got. I have to brag about some sort of success in my art. If I get into that, then it's like, oh yeah, take my number. Oh, let me get your number. This world is so opportunist while calling everybody narcissist. All these opportunists looking at narcissists and saying, you're a narcissist. And it's like, but you're an opportunist. So how are you any better? I'm looking up online this week on how to make my own book. Okay? Hand make it. I want to hand make it, weave it with strings. And it's something I want to do for the Black community. But when I text the girl that has the festival that they run, I said, I have a book idea that I want to do for the community. Can you please let me know when you're having this again? She never replied. Because people literally are like, unless you prove to me that you look rich or you act rich, I don't even want you in my festival. Like, it doesn't matter how gifted and talented you are. You have to take my image to another level, or I don't want you in my festival. And almost everybody I know, glamorize eating. They don't even want to see you if you're not eating. The only thing that comes out their mouth is, when are we doing lunch? When are we going to eat? When are we going to do breakfast? I'm like, why is everything always about eating? Like, why don't you ever say when we're going to go on a walking trail? When you and your friends, we're going to all hike together? Why is everything about eating in movies, celebrities, the latest movie that came out? I never forget when the darn Endgame movie came out with the heroes in it, superheroes, and all of those came out with Thanos. Everybody was talking about it. Yeah, Thanos Endgame, And I'm like, that is so modern though. Like, that is so modern. Like, why ain't everybody talking about so-and-so wrote a new book? Like Terry McMillan. Why ain't nobody talking about Terry McMillan, the author of Waiting to Excel? Why ain't nobody talk about him? Everybody want to talk about Tyler Perry movies, but don't nobody want to talk about Terry McMillan books that were turned into movies. I'm done, y'all. I went to talk about poetry with the Jehovah's Witness dude. As soon as I said I was a poet and I wanted to bring poetry to their group, he started quoting this old-fashioned 1800 old poem, this like by them Shakespeare people. And I was just really shocked because he was like a dark skinned black man. And I'm thinking, why didn't he say Langston Hughes? Like, why didn't he say anything about Jericho Brown? Why didn't he say something, say a poem that relates to the black experience? He didn't do that. Because the modern thing now is drop a white person's name so you can prove that you favored. That's the new thing now. How many white literature I can talk about so I can prove that I'm in. I'm in. And it's just like, wow, like when he said the poem, it was about true love. I'm like, I said, how about this poem? This is what I said to the Jehovah Witness guy. I said, I being poor, I have only my dreams. I tread my dreams beneath your feet. Tread softly because you tread on my dreams. And I said, that's not by me. I think Yeats, I told him. And he was like, oh, you don't want to talk about that. We used to talk about what we went through in the black community. We used to read poems that we could relate to. I being poor, I have only my dreams. Like, he didn't want to talk about that. He wanted to talk about love poems and love stuff and Shakespeare. And it's like nowadays, everybody want to walk around and act like oppression and division is not happening. Y'all might see people talk about it on YouTube, but offline, people trying to pretend like it doesn't exist. And I want to talk about how we can express how we feel in art, about our differences in play and feelings in society. But don't nobody want to talk about that because they're scared to rock the boat. Scared to rock the boat offline to jeopardize losing some of their gang members. And I don't care because it's obsolete to rock the boat. It's obsolete to say "Still I Rise" by Maya Angelou. It's obsolete. It's obsolete to say, "Remember my pain, my sweat, despair. Remember my years heavy with sorrow, and make of those years a road to tomorrow. Make of those years a road to the light. Cast out the darkness and in the night. Remember my pain, my sweat, my despair. For all the dark ones in the world out there, remember my pain, my sweat, my despair." That's Langston Hughes. A lot of people don't even know that poem because it's in his collection called The Negro Mother. The poem is called The Negro Mother. I want to hear people talk about how that specific literature or poem or artwork moved them. That's obsolete. You talk about that, people don't want to be around you no more. It's obsolete to want to just talk and not do psychic stuff. A lot of people are obsessed with practicing their psychic abilities, practicing on strangers. The psychic community is becoming vain and obsessive. People don't want to respect other people's boundaries, spiritual boundaries. It's obsolete to mind your own spiritual business. To be like, I don't really care what's going on with your energy. I just care about what's happening to me and how I can change things, but I don't care about who you are. It's obsolete to be like that. To be like, I don't energy sniff anymore. I'm not monitoring my enemies. I'm not checking in on what they're doing and what they're about. All that is obsolete. And because I don't care about my enemies and I don't care about toxic people offline, a lot of people don't want to do me. I have to want to be around my toxic cousins. I have to want to be around my toxic in-laws. I have to want to be around old toxic friends. Otherwise, I'm obsolete. And I want to live humble. I like living humble. I like that I ain't got to take an hour to think about what to wear, or what earrings to put in my ear, or how to wear my hair, or what to cook. I eat humble meals now, very humbling. It is peaceful. But I can't be humble in peace. There's people saying they can't be old in peace. They can't be fat in peace. They can't be LGBTQ in peace. I can't be humble in peace because I'm an African American woman in the North. So it's like, no, you can be humble in Africa. You can be humble in Georgia. But you can't be a humble African American woman in North America. You can't, or your peace will be disturbed. The ignorant looks, the dirty looks, the doors slammed in your face, the cashiers acting like they don't want to serve you, people being all fake. So if you're a divine humble one, if your life is close to being monkish, where you just want to be able to take care of yourself, if your life is in that energy, don't be and you're in the North, don't even think about having no friends here. Nobody will give a damn about you. Don't sit up there and say I want to visit the North and all these states where it's beautiful, and Pennsylvania where city lights. If you like to wear plain clothes, plain face, if you like nerdy stuff, if you're a nerd, a big fat nerd, if you're a artist, and if you humble eat, don't expect to make no friends here. You have to overflow your plate with food. You have to be willing to spend money on expensive dinners here. You need to look like you have an expensive hairdo. You need to look like you drive an expensive car. You cannot humble living. And let me tell you, if I wasn't humble living, I would be worried about buying a new car, moving into a brand new place. I don't want to work out in the gym 3, 4, 5 days a week because I'm humble living. No one sees monks run to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. I want to be humble with my body. I don't want to lift weights to exhaustion. I don't want to just hang around and hear about everybody's achievements. I don't want to go to parties where I always got to bring an expensive gift. Why can't I cook a meal? Why can't I bring a pie or cake? Why do I have to bring some expensive gourmet vegan meal that's like cost me like $200 to cook? Like, it's just wild, y'all. I don't really want house lights on. I like candles, but my family members are like, no, house lights. I say I don't want garbage cans near me. No, you should have a garbage can near you. You should have in the old days, we would never have our garbage where we eat and where we sleep. Garbage is supposed to be a good distance away from eating and sleeping. But nowadays, it's obsolete. It's obsolete to say, go almost outside and throw the trash out. It's obsolete to say that. It's literally obsolete to get up and have to go almost outside to throw your trash. Yet our ancestors was once eating and throwing their trash outside. So my point is, what we consider convenient living is not convenient living. The real convenient living is obsolete. And it's just so sad, you know? Now that I don't want to do long psychic readings anymore. Oh, now don't nobody care about me. There's people who don't care about me. I got only about 5 people caring about me on YouTube. Now that I'm not breaking my back giving scriptures all day. Yet once upon a time there was a certain day in which we had 2 hour scripture time. In the morning it was like a brief little 15 minutes little reminder about God. And then it was the Sabbath where we was doing God longer. Because I switched to that energy, now I'm obsolete. Now I'm obsolete. In the spiritual world, I'm obsolete. Because I'm not on the treadmill of giving scriptures and psychic readings and stuff all day, every day. Now YouTube don't push me as much anymore. Now I don't get emails from people saying hi. Or what's up, or how you doing. I only get it from 5 people. Love the Most High and Anita. Y'all always check up on me. Thank God I have y'all. Y'all always check up on me. You know, now because I want a designated time for religious practices, I ain't no good out here. I ain't no good out here. I ain't no good out here. Like, it's just like, wow. Because I don't want to go to bragging parties. I don't want to go to holiday parties just to hear everyone just brag around me. Because I choose not to go, now I'm obsolete. I want to go to holiday parties the way holiday parties used to be. Where people were actually like, hey, I heard you're going through things. You have my prayers. Or bring the kids over sometime. Or I like that pie you made. You got to share that recipe. Oh, y'all look great. You look great. I want to go to parties where it's that energy. Where people say, what is your garden secrets? Your gardening was growing really good this summer. And people share recipes. Not just bragging. Not inviting people just to show people that you got a pool. That you remodeled your house. I wasn't even getting any invitations from people until they were able to fake like they rich. Soon as they was able to fake like they rich, it's suddenly like, oh, won't you come to my house sometime? Oh, won't you let me give you a ride sometime? But it was like, oh, I wasn't worthy of being your friend when you couldn't brag in my face. I started hanging up my artwork. Oh, it's obsolete. It's obsolete, y'all. It's obsolete. My little art that I do, you know, I frame some of it and put it up, or I hang it on the ice box. And families like, what is this? Wow. Wow. It's really that, it's really wild. It's gotten to a point where I gotta go somewhere in the world that's still obsolete. I'm gonna try to find the most obsolete place on earth and go there. Cause then I could be humble and peace. I don't care if don't nobody like me. Just keep it to yourself. I want to be humble and peace. You don't like the way I look. You don't like me. You don't click on my videos because of me or whatever, how I look, cool. Just let me be humble and peace. Let me show up on these videos with plain t-shirts on, bare face, nothing fancy going on, and let me do it in peace. It's like, it's so annoying, y'all. That it's like you gotta explain, defend your humbleness now. It's like there's people who's not humble. Okay, good, but don't be trying to overpower my humbleness with your lack of humbleness. Trying to devalue my humbleness by your level of non-humbleness. No, I don't got time for that. You can be non-humble. This is how I feel now. Everybody can be non-humble. You can brag all you want. But don't be trying to brag because you're trying to make me devalue my humbleness. I'm not going to acknowledge your bragging if you don't acknowledge my humbleness. I better hear you look great plain. The way you're so plain and simple, that's wonderful, Miss V or Victoria. And then I'll say your car is nice. I'll say you have a nice 8-bedroom expensive apartment. Like it's to the point if somebody can't compliment somebody around me and they're playing according to society, I don't even want to be in the same vicinity as them because I already know that that person is not humble and chasing an image, and they want everybody else to be the same. I want to be unfinished in peace and think I'm finished in peace. I want to think that I don't have a lot of much work to do in peace, regardless of what anyone else think about me. Someone said, well, you look like you still got 25 pounds to lose. Or you need to keep getting that work done on your teeth that you're getting. Or I don't want to hear it. I want to like the growth I have right now in peace. I don't want to always future thinking growth all the time. And that's how everybody in my family think. They're always trying to think of getting to the next goal, getting to the next week of money, making sure they don't lose their job this week because they want to get to more money next week. What is the next amazing thing they can do to impress their neighbors? What is the next amazing thing they could do to have something to talk about? I don't want to do that. I want to be happy about what I was able to do for me right now, and I want people to leave me alone in peace with it. I want to get ahead in inches in peace. I want to move along at the width of a toenail in peace. I want to go through my life that slow, like literally that slow, that humbled in peace. But you can't. That's why we got so many cheaters, backstabbers, because they don't want the person that they're cheating on and backstabbing, they don't want that person to go on through with their life slowly in peace. People say they're highly favored, but what I see, people are chasing people that they think is highly favored so they can feel highly favored. But really, highly favored, when you feel blessed, is when you're not chasing nothing. That's when you really that's when you be like, I'm good. It's a lot of space here. I'm good. Like I've decided that through my day, I'm inserting obsolete activities. Laughing just to laugh, not laughing at people. Like picking random people to make fun of. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to watch funny movies in peace. I want to create in peace. I want to sit and do nothing in peace. You can't even sit and do nothing in peace. Like, if you just sit around for a good hour or 40 minutes around your family or friends, they look at you like you're dead weight. And it's like, what the hell? Why? Who are you? Y'all. I went shopping this morning because it's obsolete. Yeah, it's obsolete to go shopping just to see what's out there. People want to go shopping to get groceries or to get sales just for what they look like, instead of just shopping for the experience of seeing what's out there. That's what I did today. And I ended up finding this right here, this one a day energy vitamin for women. This worked. I took this and I felt the difference. One day multivitamin energy by GNC. I ended up finding this at 90% off. 90% off this bottle. This was like $15 and 90% off. But I would have never found that if I wouldn't have just went in a store just to go in and see what they got. Now it's like everybody got to have a mission or a goal to go anywhere or see anybody. Like, it's like people don't even want to see you unless it's their mission to have a release. I want to see you if I can have sex with you. I want to see you if I can cry on your shoulder. I want to see you if I can suck your energy and get your comfort. Rather than I just came to see you, just to vibe with you. Like, why is that obsolete? Something happened in 2020 and 21 where a lot of people's minds are just stuck on what they can get out of something. Just what they can get out of any moment with people or any moment online. Rather than just seeing a person just to see them. And there's people that come to this channel only about what they can get and hear from me. They don't come here just to see me. They don't come here just to see what's on my mind. They come in to hear if there's something I'm bringing that will serve them. And this endless need to be served is literally wild. I need to be validated and served all day, everywhere I go. Like, I can remember the fact that so many people in that energy is scary, because I can remember back in the 1990s when we went to the store, we didn't really care if anyone validated us or if anybody was like, oh, you fine, or we really didn't care about that. We went to the store just to go to the store. I don't want a mission anymore. I want to get in my car and see where it takes me, or I want to get a ticket on a bus. Be like, I'm going to Virginia, and I don't really know why. I'm just going to see what Virginia is like. I don't even have no plans of what I'm going to do in Virginia. I'm just going to go to Virginia to see what it's like. I literally did that, y'all. I literally went to Virginia just to see what it's like. I literally got off the bus in Chattanooga and Chicago to see what it's like. They told me I could have got right back on the next bus. But if I wanted to, I could wait a couple hours in that state, and then the next bus will come and still take me home. So I hung around in Chicago. I hung around in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I even did it in Tennessee. And just to see what it was like. Like, I'm gonna literally hand make my own book like Emily Dickinson was doing, just to see what it's like. I'm going to start drawing cartoon characters again. I literally used to enjoy that, because I just want to do it. I want to draw cartoon characters and say, look at this, look who I drew. I drew this guy. But now, are you selling it? Is it worth money? Nah, I don't want to hear about it. That's the energy that people are in. It's really sad, too. Sad. I got my crayons. I'm going to do some crayon art. I'm going to do some illustration today. I want to do Penelope so bad, y'all. I want to draw Penelope Von Sweets and use my illustration pens and crayons I'm gonna make her like a whole week project so that I do her. She look right, and then I'm gonna hang her up. I'm gonna hang Penelope right here. Y'all gonna see Penelope Vaughn Sweets right here on the wall. You know what she said? You okay, diaper baby? Diaper baby. That's what she called Wreck-It Ralph, diaper baby. I think I'm gonna watch Wreck-It Ralph again today. That's one of my favorite movies, y'all. I might end up drawing each one of her crew. I'm gonna draw her and the Bully Girls. I think I'm gonna go and do every single one of them, and had I be like a summer project where I just drew all of them. But this makes me weird, y'all. This makes me weird to a lot of people. I don't know what else to say. My vitamins, dear. Y'all, I didn't realize I had so many so many carbs. I'm just cleaning out my purse, my bag real quick. Let me see what the date is on this. Okay, these ones. Okay. I don't know what this is. This is 9. I don't know. I think this one. I'm just looking through this purse, y'all. Cleaning things out. There's always some work to do. You're not inspired? Find some work to do, but don't let it be like work. Because then you just, burning yourself out. I'm gonna be reading. The book I'm reading today is. I'm reading some work by Charles Bukowski, and I think I'm gonna read some poems by. I might read some poetry by poet Amy Lau. I'm going to read some prose by Hemingway as well. Let me see here. I got me a deck of cards, y'all, that's for artists. I don't even care about the spiritual cards like that no more, y'all. I don't care about them that much. I'll be back. I'm into the art cards. I got the whole collection, the movies, the writers, and the whole collection. So let me see what I'm gonna read today. See these playing cards. Remember we used to use playing cards, y'all? These are playing cards. Okay, see, these is cards. Notice they don't got they're not oracle looking or anything. So they got people on them, and they got art stuff on here. Art. Playing with doing cards like this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's obsolete now. Straight up obsolete, y'all. I don't want cards upside down. Because I ain't into that. Okay, y'all. Let me just make sure that the deck is right. I don't know what happened. I feel like somebody knocked these cards over. So these is playing cards. And I like to use these for my art projects. Like, like for some idea of what I should be reading or writing. We're going to find out in a minute. Okay. So this is art, y'all. I don't even care about the angel number scriptures anymore. The oracles. I'm good. I just want to do the I just want to see the cards. Ooh, child. A lot came out, y'all. Let's just get this here. Who's that? Why is these cards still backwards? I put them all up in front. So that is mid-century. Ursula K. Le Guin. Okay, that's mid-century art. I hope I didn't mix the art with the writers. I think I did. Well, it is what it is. Do I have any more mid-century in here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see what this one is. George Louis Borges. He's the Joker. We'll leave her out. Alice Munro. We're gonna see what so there's contemporary out and what is George Louis Borges? I don't know what he writes. Hemingway came out, y'all. He came out. And I was literally talking about Hemingway. Okay. I'm gonna read his work before I go to bed. He came out. There's Hemingway. Modern. This is Marcel Proust. So this is work that don't got fluff in it. Mid-century. Meaning, Maya Angelou, I had a feeling she was going to come out. I said, Still I Rise. Postmodern. Maya Angelou came out, y'all. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not built for a model size. I said it's the switching my hips. Maya Angelou. Jack Kerouac came out. On the Road. His On the Road piece made him famous. They got a school called Jack Kerouac. I'm gonna look up the school today to see if they what their courses are, how much their courses cost. J.K. Rowling came out. J.K. Rowling, y'all. We know Harry Potter. You know what all these three got in common? These two got in common? Jack Kerouac and Hemingway. And these three people know what they all got in common. Let's see if y'all know. With J.K. Rowling, Hemingway, and Jack Kerouac. What do they got in common? Because they do. Something they got in common. You know what they got in common? They was at the lowest point in their life when they got successful. They was living very humble, extremely humble when they became famous. That's what they got in common. They were living very humble. J.K. was on welfare, living in a very government home, looking home, empty room. Hemingway was literally dirt poor with kids and a whole wife. And Jack Kerouac was basically a hermit that was living very, very humble and on the road. That's what they got in common. I just noticed it. So Jack Kerouac, he's the Jack of Hearts. Kerouac is the, because that means he carries a lot of stream of consciousness. She's the Three of Clubs, Maya, because of her fight and her strength, I guess. He's the Ten of Spades. Ernest Hemingway's the Ten of Spades because he was always talking about like marriage and being old So, and also he was very he like literally was writing when the stars were out, still out. I think like 5 in the morning he would write, 5 a.m. in the morning. Plus he was going through he was flying places, taking trains and airplanes places. That's why he's a ten of spades as well. Freedom. He was definitely into um, fishing. That's why he's a ten of spades. He hunting and all that type of stuff. So Lydia Davis, I don't know who that is. There's people coming out of this deck. She the 4 diamonds, so woo, her work must be about toxicity. It must be something to do with toxic work or family life. Margaret Atwood came out. Margaret Atwood is teaching on Masterclass. Masterclass.com. I saw a video with her. She's contemporary. Margaret Atwood is contemporary. Let's see who this is. This person flew out. William Faulkner. William Faulkner. I'm going to put these aside. Lydia Davis. Hemingway. Maya. Jack Kerouac. J.K. Rowling. Dang. The ones that flew out. I'm going to read some Jack Kerouac today. I got to get ready to go, y'all. Okay. This is Michael Hollenbeck. So there is some contemporary. It's not a lot of posts. It's a lot. I'm shocked to see so much mid-century and contemporary. There's at least 4 or 5 contemporary here. So I'm going to look up some contemporary literature because it's popping out the deck. See, it popped out again. Contemporary literature is what the angels are giving us. Jonathan Franzen, what God has given us. See, he's the 6 of diamonds. Okay, I wonder who's the 7 of diamonds. Any 7 of diamonds here? Okay, must be dealing with. I wonder what he wrote. Okay, I'm gonna start having workshops for this type of stuff. He keeps coming out. I'm gonna go check this dude. I'm gonna put him aside because he stay wanting to come out. His spirit is around me. J.M. Kazu Kotzi. Okay, this man's ghost is here. He keeps coming up. Hemingway is in my house. His ghost is here. J.M. Kazi is here. My Angelo has visited me as well. Jack Kerouac is definitely here. Y'all. So these are some ghosts that surround us. J.M. Kazi, Hemingway. Jack Kerouac is a ghost that's keeps on coming around me. And this dude here, J.M. Kazi, I wonder why he keeps showing up. Who the heck is he? Okay. Pictures. This ain't no reading, y'all. I'm just giving the pictures of the people. And even if it was, I could read if I want to. Calvino. She keeps coming out too. Susan Sontag. We're going to put her aside. She at 5 of clubs. She got silver here, so she might be doing something. She might write dark literature. Albert Camus is the ace of hearts. Woo, he got Jack Kerouac beat. He got more hearts than Jack Kerouac. Albert Camus is the ace of hearts. He got a lot. I mean, his poetry is beautiful. Whatever his literature is, it's quite beautiful. It's deep and brooding. I'm gonna read his literature, and it's a lot too. He probably write long stories that are just gorgeous. George Orwell. He keeps coming out as well. This guy here. He the three of spades. He the three of spades. Wow. George Orwell. Chinu Achebe. Three of hearts. Some low cards coming out besides the ace of hearts and the ten of spades. The Joker. I'm a. Why is he a Joker? We're gonna find out. He might do comedy literature. Some of y'all want to watch movies this weekend. I'm gonna pull them out in a minute. Margaret Duras. Okay. So I'm gonna do movies because I like to watch movies on the weekend. So let me see what movies. What movies that that is in our metaphysical space. Let's see what the movies are, y'all. These are art. Gotta get ready to go. Time is pressing. Let's look at the movies here real quick. All right. If you're into watching movies, you want to definitely watch this. Watch this here. I saw him before, Billy. I gotta put the I love playing with playing cards. You know, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get me a game of solitary on pretty soon. So let's see what the movies are. Ha ha ha! Comedy. Charlie Chaplin is the Joker. Comedy. Charlie Chaplin came out. Who's this? Claire Dennis, drama and art house. So drama movies are good right now. Why is this deck cards coming out backwards? I don't know if anybody likes drama or Charlie Chaplin. Stanley Kubrick. Drama keeps coming out. Some of these cards is backwards. Because I'm literally... Yeah, they are. Okay, I turned some of them the right way. Okay. I saw Alfred Hitchcock. He keep on showing up. Alfred Hitchcock want me to write something. I can feel it. I don't know, Alfred. He want his voice to be heard. Billy Wilder. Did I not say, y'all? He came out. He's the king of hearts. Billy Wilder. Okay, he does romance movies. Romance. Billy Wilder. King of hearts. Okay. Steve McQueen, he came out before. He keeps coming out. I wonder what's up with him. Okay. So black and white films. I said black and white films and sci-fi came out. Sci-fi movies, y'all. If somebody want to watch a movie today, you might want to put on sci-fi. What's this? Clint Eastwood, y'all. Clint Eastwood. Crime in action. Drama art house, David Lynch. David Lynch, y'all, came out. Sevens, all these sevens. Woo. Clint Eastwood. Tell me, do you feel lucky, punk? Do ya? That's what Clint Eastwood said. He might be Clint Eastwood might be dying, y'all. He showed up. I get a feeling he's on his way out. I felt it when I touched this picture. We about to lose Clint Eastwood. I can feel. Yeah, that's sad. John Carpenter came out. Woo, sci-fi. John Carpenter. Yeah, I can feel Clint Eastwood. His energy don't feel that strong. I feel like I have trouble breathing or something not right. He might have something going on in his chest right now. Started getting anxiety when I touched this card. He the 7 of diamonds, lucky. Okay, so if you're an older person, you could be lucky right now. If you're over 40, luck could be on your side. Because I think Clint Eastwood was in his 30s or 40s when he did that movie. Tell me, punk, if you feel lucky. When some say, wait, that's huge. What you talking about? Wait, what? Clint Eastwood is the 7 of diamonds, y'all. And I can feel like he's fading. Something's not right. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. I just feel, ooh. Okay, John Carpenter came out. Hugh Jackman is not out here. That's not Hugh Jackman. That's Clint Eastwood. See, Clint Eastwood. See the cigarette in his mouth? That's Clint Eastwood. See his hat? That's not Hugh. No, that's not Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman didn't wear a Wild Wild West hat. Clint Eastwood did. All right. I would have thought that too at first look. So we have Clint Eastwood, John Carpenter for sci-fi. There's a lot of crime and action here in sci-fi. So you might want to look up those movies. This guy wanted to fly out. Federico Fellini. Sounds like a mafia or something. That sounds kind of Italian. So that's a drama movie. He is the club, so definitely this would be about, okay, tried. Is that a jack? No, that's a 2 of clubs. Okay. I thought that was a jack, the way they wrote that. All right. Federico Fellini is a 2 of clubs. Who's this guy? Jean-Luc Godard, Drama House. Jean-Luc Godard. If you recognize any of the directors or the actors, Barbara Broccoli. Barbara Broccoli. That's her last name is Broccoli. Crime and action. She the 2 of diamonds. That 7 of diamonds was Clint Eastwood. Yeah. So basically, some of y'all would get lucky if you created art that had to do with battles. Okay, or fighting with people out in the streets or something like Clint Eastwood was doing, or draw anything that has to do with apartment buildings. So this would be a nice prompt. Was there something you saw in the streets that you thought was bad, or a bad experience in the neighborhood or ghettos? You might want to write something or watch a movie that has to do with the ghettos, or do artwork that has to do with ghetto or aging or battles. Okay. Alejandro Jonches, I can't say their name. Drama and Art House. It's Alessandro Gonzalez Honorito. Okay. This guy, Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott is the Jack of Spades. So it must be something about military or lies or something like that, or something that's dark. His sci-fi is dark. Might be his sci-fi might have something to do with secret enemies, hidden enemies. Uh, yeah. Catherine Bigelow, sci-fi. Catherine Bigelow, sci-fi. We're gonna do one more, then we're gonna get to art. Martini sources Sourcesi, King of Diamonds, Martini Sourcesi. Wow. Okay. He obviously running something. Military captain or police officer, maybe, or warden, or somebody running a boat or whatever. We're gonna look into. I'm gonna look into this King of Diamonds and this Ace of Clubs, because these are the big ones. The Nine of Spades, which is Janet Leigh.